It's Bobby Seagull, and hopefully you can hear me. Good morning, Miles and Malvin, Ibrahim for the first time. Bo, I'm excited to be here, and I always like to double check. Can you hear me? Can you just give me a little type saying, I can hear you, Mr. Seagull, loud and clear. You're all loud and clear. Yep, I think we can hear me. I think you can hear me. Yes. I'll tell you more about my t-shirt in a second and what it is to do with the lesson. You can't hear me. You can't hear me. Can you hear me? I'm just going to double check. Can you hear me? So can you hear me? You can hear me. Good. I was panicking when someone said they can't hear me. Maybe I need to be a bit louder, but you can hear me and I'm ready. So, good morning everyone. Good morning Izzy. Good morning Ollie Ray. Good morning Elsie. My name is Mr. Seagull, but you can call me Bobby. So I'm your maths teacher. Some of you may have been doing PE with Joe Wicks this morning, exercising your bodies. And now it's time to exercise your mathematical minds with Explore Learning and Bobby Seagull. So I am a maths teacher in a school, also the author of The Life-Changing Magic of Numbers, about how maths changed my life. And I want to show you, you've been seeing for the last 6 weeks how numbers can change your life too. I'm also the presenter for the BBC TV series, Monkman and Seagull's Genius Adventures. And I'll show you a trailer out tonight, 9 p.m. BBC Two. Very excited. So, we are here with Explore Learning, and we're continuing their mission of Explore at Home, about keeping education going during these difficult times. And you can always go to explorelearning.co.uk to find out how to book a free online trial. And we love social media here, don't we? We love social media. So if you've got your phone, please use Twitter, Facebook, TikTok. So on Explore Tutors, we're Twitter. We're Explore Learning _official for Instagram. And then I'm at Bobby_Seagull on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram. And again, if you're on Facebook now, which I presume most of you are, can you give me a little like or follow on facebook.com/Bobby Seagull? And then you can find out all the wonderful maths things and educational stuff I'm doing. So facebook.com/Bobby Seagull. So the hashtag is Maths with Bobby. We're Explore Learning. And you know how we start the lesson. I'm going to say a few hellos to people before we do our maths positive mantra. So we've got Evelina, Sabir, Anansha, Amelia Taylor, Bo, Gabriel, Alexander. We're all here. We're all ready. Team Maths. We're Team Fearless Learners with Explore. We're about doing maths without the fear. Okay, Sarah, let's start this. So you can remember? So people come along and say, they're like, Mr. Seagull, they say to me, I haven't got a maths brain. This is my brain. I say, Harper, there's no such thing as a maths brain. All of us can do maths. So what we do, they come like this. Come on. Get ready, Arushin. Get ready. Paige, come on, Paige. Paige is apparently late. Get ready. Come on. So remember, people do this, Penny. 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. We'll do that one more time. Rewind. 1, 2, 3, go. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Bo, we can all do maths. Let's do this. So, it's Monday, obviously. This week's lesson will be on geometry, and I'll explain more about that later on my t-shirt. So about 30 minutes of the class. 30 minutes, and we'll be using this clock later. About 30 minutes, so about 10:30. Then a few minutes on thoughts of Mr. Seagull. Then some questions and answers from parents, adults, and carers. And then wrap up on what's next and what's happening next week. So, who is excited for today? I'm excited. It's a fun lesson. To be honest, it's always a fun lesson with Explore. But today is particularly doubly, trebly, quadruply exciting. So are we ready? Are you ready to rock and roll? Lights, cameras, and action. Here begins the lesson. So, I think I need to move this board out of the way. This board wants to get involved in my lesson too. you can learn later. You actually are part of my lesson because this is a shape. This is a shape. This board here is a rectangle. So here is a shape that you can see. This class is on geometry. Was it? Here is a shape that you can see. This class is on geometry. Here is a class that, here's a shape that you can see. This class is on geometry. Exactly. And this shape you can see is a rectangle. A rectangle. Here we go. I'm going to move this guy out of the way. And there's a shape you can see. This class is on geometry. Oh, here's another shape. Here's a shape that you can see. This class is on geometry. This shape is also a rectangle. Okay, so geometry. Today, that's what the lesson's about, geometry. So you've got a pen and paper. Do some writing for me. So, geometry. I'm going to show you a bit of language. I like language. Geometry. Geometry. That's what we're looking at today. Geometry. So geometry comes from a Greek word. There's two parts. Can you see there's geo and there's metry? Well, the geo means earth. So that bit there means earth. That means earth, like the planet we have here. Earth. And this will come in handy later on, like the earth. And the second part is hold up, it's measure, metria in Greek, and that means measure. So it's about earth measure. It's about measuring things. So actually, the word geometry in the dictionary is all about, let me get my dictionary. I always have my dictionary with me. Don't you worry, Mr. Seagull carries a dictionary. I put it in my pocket. It was there in my pocket. You didn't see me get it from the shelf. Okay, geometry, it describes it as the mathematical study of shapes, sizes, positions, angles, and dimensions. Lots of things there. Let me write down those words. So it says shapes, which we'll look at today, sizes. Anything else? Anything else we have? Positions, angles, and if we can squeeze the last one in, dimensions of things. So it's about the shapes, sizes, positions, angles, and dimensions. And Emma is correct. Some of my therapists, here's a shape that you can see. This class is on geometry. This is a rectangle. This shape here, the front of it is a rectangle. Well done, Francesca. Okay, so I wanted to show you something about my t-shirt. We'll come back to the dictionary in a bit. So, look at my shirt today. Look at this. You like it? Oh, geometry. How wonderful is this geometry? So, I'm going to show you where I first wore this t-shirt. So, I wore this t-shirt. So, with the BBC, I occasionally go on to do the newspaper review. So, someone sits there opening up the newspaper. And what shape was the newspaper? What shape? It's what Francesca said. It's a rectangle. It can be a long rectangle, a wide rectangle. So, newspaper. So, I do the newspaper review. And I wore this shirt over Christmas because this looks like a Christmassy shirt. Look, you've got a shape there. You've got another shape there. And you've got, that. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at it. Let's bring out this.
Nice
shirt.
t-shirt.
Oh, look, that's a festive maths shirt.
So Friday we had a Christmas jumper day at school.
Okay.
But so I've upped my game this year.
You really have.
Bring people out in a cold sweat at this time in the morning.
Cool, so no, there'll be positive joy.
Yeah.
Positive joy.
You're
It's
right.
just that pie sign. It's making
Okay, I can
flashbacks. And so you're going to settle some.
So there you saw my t-shirt. Again, it's one of my favourite t-shirts because it's all about geometry. But it's not spelled exactly correct. You can see it says tree there. Okay, so we're now going to play a little game. To warm yourselves up. So are you ready? This game. There's quite a few games today. So you better be ready. You better be ready today, boys and girls. There's lots of games today in Mr. Seagull's class. Okay, so the first one is I'm going to describe a shape. And I want you to either tell me what it is or draw it on a piece of paper, yeah? Can you do that for me? So either draw it for me or write it down, perhaps in the chat box or on a piece of paper. Okay, the first shape. The first shape. So imagine I'm a shape. I have 4 sides and 4 corners. What am I? I have 4 sides and 4 corners. What am I? What am I? I have 4 sides and 4 corners. What am I? What is this shape? What is this shape? What do you reckon it is? 4 sides and 4 corners. What could that shape be? Got a couple of answers coming in. So we got Francesca Evelina saying 4 sides and 4 shapes. You're correct. I was thinking of a square. But Amelie also has another suggestion. So I was thinking of a square, but I also could have been thinking of this. I could have been thinking of a rectangle. I could have been thinking, well, that is a wonky rectangle, isn't it? But I could have been thinking of a rectangle or a square, but I was thinking of a square. Okay, the next one. I have 3 sides and 3 corners. What shape is this? 3 sides and 3 corners. What shape is this? Come on. 3 sides and 3 corners. What shape is this? It's a mystery. You need to tell me. This is mystery. What is this? 3 sides and 3 corners. So we've got a few answers coming through. Amelie Bo Evelina says, yes, it's a triangle. 3 sides and 3 corners. So these shapes, good, well done. So on 4, we could have more. With 4, there could be a diamond, a trapezium, a parallelogram, lots of options, but these are the ones I was thinking of. So what I wanted to ask you, I may have given away some of the answers. So these are all 2D shapes. And we'll look at the definition of that a bit later on. 2D shapes. 2D. I want you to tell me, can you think of any other? So far we've done square, rectangle, and triangle. Can you type for me the names of some other 2D shapes? Can you think of any other 2-dimensional shapes? Have a go, have a think. Any other 2-dimensional shapes? I want you to help me out here. Any other 2-dimensional shapes? And I will clear the board. 2D shapes. So far we've got square, we've got triangle, we even have rectangle. Are there any other options? Harriet says circle. Good. A circle is a 2-dimensional shape. I've got a circle here. If I can open it, come on. They got that. The front of that is a circle. Anything else? Ooh, we have Core says an octagon. An octagon is an 8-sided shape. If I can draw it, octagon. Look at that. That is a wonderful octagon. Minus the seagull. So I'll put here circle. And then we have octagon. We have a circle and an octagon. Any of the shapes we have? Edward and Erico says oval. Yeah, an oval is a shape. Absolutely. Like in America, we have the Oval Office. Any other shapes that we have? Harper says a hexagon. Yes, hexagon has 6 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. A hexagon. Well done. Hexagon. Any other shapes? There are lots of shapes. We'll just stop at a few more. Any other shapes? A nonagon. Yeah, a nonagon's there. It might be tricky for me to draw it correctly. A rhombus, 4-sided shape. Anyone saying a pentagon? Penny says I like that. Penny says pentagon. Well done, Penny. That's a great choice. So pentagon, if I can draw here, is a 5-sided shape. There we go. Pentagon. And I think, and again, there are lots and lots of shapes. Lots and lots of shapes. So this is, we've got a triangle. We've got a square, 4-sided. We've got 5-sided pentagon. We've got 6-sided hexagon. We haven't got a 7-sided one here. We've got an octagon, an 8-sided, oval, and circle. And oval and circle, there's a big discussion. How many sides are there? It's actually a big philosophical question, and we won't delve into that today. So we've got lots of great shapes here. So all these shapes here, boys and girls, are known as two-dimensional. Two-dimensional. That means they are flat and you can draw them perfectly on a piece of paper. And I'm going to teach you a word now. I teach you a word. So this shape here has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 corners. This one has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners. A square has 4 corners. I'm going to teach you a fancy word for corner. I'm going to teach you a really fancy word for corner. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So I think Mia is also joining us this morning. So a fancy word for corner. Vertex. Have you heard of the word vertex before? Vertex. Let's write that down for me. It's a new word. It's a new word. It's a very fancy word. So write down this word for me. Vertex. Vertex. So a vertex is one corner. A vertex. Have you heard of that before? Have you heard of that? It sounds like, to me, a ride. You know, if you go to Alton Towers, I want to go on the vertex ride. Woo! And you go on lots of corners. That's copyrighted by me, okay? The idea of vertex, that's my idea. No one steal it. So you've got a vertex, that means a corner. But if you have more than one corner, like an octagon, 8 corners, or a triangle, 3 corners, you know what the word is? Vertices. It's the plural. Vertices. Vertices. So that is a fancy word. So the next time you're describing a shape, say vertex. Oh, there's the corner. And if you're being really clever, you can go to them, oh, can you go to the vertex of the room? They're going to go, you're bonkers. Blame me. Say, Mr. Seagull said to go to the vertex of the room. So that is the vertex. So now, we've got these shapes here. They're two-dimensional ones. 2 dimensions, 2 dimensions. But if we get this circle here, yeah, and we stretch it in one size, especially in one plane, we make this a 3-dimensional shape, boys and girls. I know you can't see this. Well, you can see this, but you can't touch it. I can. So to you, on your screen, if you were to draw this, this looks like a circle, doesn't it? But if I turn it round, this gets stretched. This is a 3-dimensional shape. Because it occupies real physical space. Can you give me some names of objects that are 3-dimensional shapes? Including this one. So write them down for me. Some 3-dimensional shapes. So it's not a square anymore. It's not a triangle anymore. It becomes something else. Write them for me. So give me some 3-dimensional shapes for me. 3-dimensional shapes. 3-dimensional shapes. Let's have a look. So give me some 3-dimensional shapes. Mr. Seagull needs you to help him because we're about to go into game time. You got to be ready for this game, yeah? So what have we got? We've got a cube from Emma. Emma, well done. A cube is a square stretched out. What else do we have? We have a triangular. Oh, Ollie Ray says a cuboid. I like that. A cuboid is a bit like a rectangle, but again, stretched out like a cereal box. What else do we have? We have a prism. A prism is any shape that has the same on the front and the same all the way through. Good. We have a football. There's a fancy word for football. It's called a sphere. It's called a sphere. A sphere. Any other shapes coming through? Rory says a pyramid. Exactly. You can have different types. You can have a square-based pyramid, a triangle-based pyramid. I think we got quite a few here. Well done, team. You have helped me. We've got a few. There's one you've not got for me. Come on. This one here. What happens when you get a circle and you stretch it along? What is that called? Rushi's got it. It's a cylinder. Thank you. So I'll put it here. Cylinder. So these are all 3-dimensional shapes. 3-dimensional shapes. And now, you're going to come to my shop. So we're gonna go on a little adventure. Let me get my shop jacket. I'm gonna change my jacket. So I'm going to a shop. I'm gonna get rid of this. Okay? I'm gonna put on my shop jacket. Hold on. I'm gonna become a shopkeeper. Mr. Seagull, the shopkeeper. I'm putting my shop jacket on. You know, in my market store, getting my shop jacket. I'm getting my hat on. Welcome to Mr. Seagull's shop. How are you all today? I've got my gloves. Got my gloves for the shop. Welcome. How are you doing all? How are you doing? Welcome to Bobby's East London shop, We're selling lots of things here today. All going on good bargain, all good discount. Yeah, you all ready? You ready? What we're going to sell you? We're going to sell you loads of things, yeah? Loads of things today in my shop. What things? We're going to sell things that are geometrical objects, yeah? What are we going to sell? We've got some of these. Oh, what do we have in our shop today? We've got some teddy bears. We've got a lion. We've got some teddy bears. But these are no good. You can't buy them today, not on sale, because these are not geometrical shapes, yeah? No, not this today. No, not this shape. No, none of them. None of them today. We're going to get different shapes. What do we have on sale today? We've got some books here. Set of books for you. There you go. Can you write these down for me? Yeah? Write them down. Got a set of books. Books. What else do we have? What else do we have? We've got some tennis. We've got like a set of tennis balls. A set here. Set of tennis balls. Remember these. Remember these. What else do we have? We have box of toothpaste. Remember these? Box of toothpaste. A box of toothpaste. What else do we have in my shop? We've got a Rubik's set. A Rubik's set. Okay, we've got one of these. Anything else in my shop? We got a football in my shop. We got a football in my shop. Anything else in my shop? We've got a can of baked beans. A can of baked beans. Yeah, can of baked beans. I hope you're remembering all this because in my shop we just show things once at a time. And we also have a box of dates. Yeah, a box of dates. A box of dates. And we got. Okay, they're the things. So I want you to tell me. Do you remember what was in my shop? So can you tell me which item was a cylinder in my shop? What was a cylinder in my shop? A cylinder. What was a cylinder in my shop? Come on. You can't buy things in my shop unless you tell me what it is. Oh, we've got a couple of options here. What was a cylinder? Yes, from core. The baked beans were a cylinder. Anything else that was a cylinder? Anything else that was a cylinder in my shop? Anything else? Anything else? Emily says baked beans. A cylinder has to be a circle. And then it has depth to it. A circle. Paige is also correct. The tennis ball tube. So this is a cylinder because the front of it is a circle when you look at it from the front. But then when you turn it to one side, it has depth. So these two are cylinders. So these are yours. These are yours. There's yours to keep. You can buy that and buy that. What else do we have in my shop? So I want to sell you a cube. What can I sell you that's a cube? What can I sell you that's a cube? Have a remember, come on. Use your brains, use your minds. What can you buy that was a cube? What was a cube? Aha! One of you's got it, I think. It is this. A Rubik's Cube. So this is a cube because it's a square on all sides. It's a square, the same length, the width, and the depth. So that's a cube. Well done, Amelie and Emma. What else do we have? What was a cuboid in my shop? What was a cuboid in my shop? Come on. This shop, I'm going to shut down the sale. I'm shutting down the sale. We're going to shut down the sale. Time's up. We're nearly up. Come on. What's up? I need to know. What's a cuboid? This is going books. This is a cuboid because it's like a rectangle, but it's got depth. Come on. Time for the sale to be over. I'm asked to shut my shop down. What else do we have? We have the toothpaste. That was a cuboid. Emily says a box of dates. Come on. Time to go. Close up the shop. I'm going to shut my shop. Come on. Here we go. And then the last two items, what do we have that was spheres? We had a football. And I'm very sneaky here. I got a tennis ball out. That was a sphere as well. Well done. Here we are. That was my shop sale. All done. Shop sale all done. Ooh. I'm tired. That was a good day business. I saw lots of items today. I saw loads of prisms. I saw loads of spheres. I saw loads of cuboids. Good day of business. Someone even suggested that you can have a cone. You know, like a cornetto. A cornetto. That would work as well. What would that look like? A cornetto. Let's have a look. It would look like a bit like almost like a triangle, but underneath it would have a circle base. A cornetto. So that would be a cone. Okay. So we're going to move on to the last part of the lesson. And again, you're going to get another game. But for this game, we have to learn some basics here. So, let's look at our clock. Do you remember this clock? You remember this clock, don't you? So for those that are new, you haven't seen this before, but I taught people a song to learn about the way in which a clock goes. So remember what the song was? It was tick. Come on, if you know it, sing along. If you're not, learn with me. So it goes tick, tock, around the clock, 15. Tick, tock. 30, tick, tock. 45, tick, tock. 60, tick, tock. Let's tick, tock, around the clock. Do you remember that song? Well, actually, we need to learn something from that clock. So you know a clock, the way it moves, the minute handle. It moves from left to right, doesn't it? It goes left to right. That's called the word clockwise. Is it left to right? Yeah, it moves essentially clockwise. It moves in a clockwise direction. So, can you write, again, you can write it down if you have a book or a piece of paper. Clockwise is following it around the clock. So you've got two words, clockwise. And does anyone know the opposite of that? Clockwise. I'll write down clock. This has got lots of dust on my jacket today. Lots of dust. Clockwise. Oh, the wrong chalk. Clockwise. And then the opposite of that. What's the opposite way of clockwise? Let's tick, tock, around the tock. Anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise. So you've got anti-clockwise. So you've got two here. Clockwise and anti-clockwise. So clockwise is you're following. So I'm actually moving now clockwise. And if I go the other direction, it's anti-clockwise. It's anti-clockwise. So I'm going to show you a quick video. And I want you to tell me, is this clockwise or anti-clockwise? Let's have a look. Let's have a look. So there's going to be a carousel. Is that moving clockwise or anti-clockwise? The wheel. This is the Bobby wheel, not the London wheel. London. Is that moving clockwise or anti-clockwise? Let me show that again. Clockwise. So think of it. Is it moving the way a clock moves, or is it moving the opposite direction? What do you reckon that was? What do you reckon that was? What do you reckon that was? A few correct answers. Yes. Well done, Core and Margie. Esme is anti-clockwise. It was moving against the clock. Against the clock. And before we go into our game, I can show you something as well. Because we can describe turns. So for example, I can now do a quarter turn. That's a clockwise turn. Why don't you do it with me? Come on, get ready. Get your feet there. Okay? So we can go clockwise a quarter turn. A quarter turn. A quarter turn, yeah? Then I can turn from the beginning anti-clockwise a quarter turn. Do that with me. All of us do it together. So you can start from the beginning facing forward. I can move half a turn clockwise. That's quarter turn and a quarter turn. That's half a turn. Did you get that? Did you get that? So how about if I do 3/4 anti-clockwise of a turn? So 1/4, then 2/4. Oh, you can't see me now. 3/4 anti-clockwise. Do you get that? So it's about turning clockwise or anti-clockwise. It's a bit tricky, but let me show you one more video to test if you've been paying attention. So I want you to look at this. Look at this popcorn. And I want you to tell me, you need to work out firstly, is it turning clockwise or anti-clockwise? And then how many turns? Is it a quarter turn, half a turn, or 3/4 of a turn? Let's have a look. It's moving clockwise, anti-clockwise. How many? So what was that? What was that? So have a look at that popcorn. Looks tasty. Popcorn. Should have popcorn in the morning. It's not probably good for your health. So we saw the popcorn. So that was moving. It was moving what direction? It was actually moving clockwise. Remember? It was moving tick-tock around the clock. So imagine it started there. It turned round. It turned round. So it's actually 3/4. 3/4 clockwise. Well done, Gwill. So you move around 3/4 clockwise. So the first thing you do is moving round the clockwise or anti-clockwise, and then you check how many turns. How many turns. Okay, it's time for a game. It's time for our game now. This is our last game of the day. Last game. We're now we've done about close to 30 minutes, so time for a game. So, we've got Monopoly here. Get rid of your Monopoly, because we're going to play a Mr. Seagull game. And you know what this game is? Has anyone heard of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? You've heard of that game? Well, the game we're playing today is Who Wants to Be a Turn Master? Do you want to be a Turn Master? Let me write this down. So I bet you never played this game. Turn Master. Who wants to be a Turn Master? But there's no money available, only pride and honor. Turn Master. Are you going to be able to turn with me? Clockwise, anti-clockwise, get the right direction. So, you're going to have to pay careful attention. I would suggest do the moves with me. I'm going to give you 2 moves. And if you want to win, who wants to be a Turn Master? You're going to have to make sure you're in the right position by the end of the game. Okay? You're paying attention? Okay, so the first one has 2 turns. Are you ready? Are you ready? Okay. I want you to turn a quarter turn clockwise. Come on. A quarter turn clockwise. You got that? And now I want you to do another quarter turn clockwise. You got that? So you did a quarter turn clockwise and a quarter turn clockwise. So which direction are you now? If you've done it correctly, you're probably not even looking at me. So you did a quarter turn clockwise and another quarter turn clockwise. So you're facing away from me. That was question number 1 on Who Wants to Be a Turn Master? So your next question. I'm not giving you any 50-50 options. No phoning a friend here. No ask the audience. It's all about yourself, Evelina. Okay, the next one is 3 moves. This is the next question. We can try and get to 4 moves. 3 moves. Okay, are you ready? So the first move is, pay attention, half a turn anti-clockwise. Half a turn anti-clockwise. Okay? Half a turn anti-clockwise. Got that? Now the second turn is a quarter turn clockwise. That's a quarter turn clockwise. And then the final move is a quarter turn clockwise again. Do you get that? So let's replay that. It's half a turn anti-clockwise, then a quarter turn clockwise, then a quarter turn clockwise. And if you've done that correct, you know what? You're facing me, because I said a half a turn anti-clockwise, then a quarter turn clockwise, then a quarter turn clockwise, and you're back with me. And if you got that correct, you're still in the game for Who Wants to Be a Turn Master? Esme is facing me. Good. So this is the very last one. This is it. You can go home, you can walk away with your Turn Master prize, or you can gamble. Who's going to stay and gamble with me? Francesca's there. Okay, let's gamble. I think we're going to gamble in the last thing of the lesson. This is going to be a tough one. This is a very tough one. Okay. I want you to do a 3/4 turn clockwise. 3/4 turn clockwise. 3/4. Okay, you got that? This is really tough. 3/4 turn clockwise. Okay, you've done one move. Now the second move is another 3/4 turn clockwise. So you got another 3/4 turn clockwise. Come on, do it around for me. So we've done a 3/4 turn clockwise and another 3/4 turn clockwise. Okay, the third move, pay attention, is a quarter anti-clockwise. So that is a quarter anti-clockwise. And the fourth and final move, this is challenging. It's another quarter turn anti-clockwise. Did you gamble correctly? This is tricky. Okay, let's have a look at it. So it was 3/4 turn clockwise. Yeah. Then 3/4 turn clockwise. Then I said a quarter turn anti-clockwise. and a quarter turn anti-clockwise. You're facing me again. And if you made it, you've survived. Who wants to be a turn master? But if you haven't, don't worry. Don't worry. Next time, you too can be a turn master. There we go. Well done. Well done. So we've learned today about different types of shapes. We've learned about 2-dimensional shapes. We've learned about 3-dimensional shapes. We've learned about turning clockwise, anti-clockwise. You've all become a turn master. You even learned the little rap. Here is a shape that you can see this class on geometry. Here is a shape that you can see this class is on geometry, a circle. Here is a shape that you can see this class is on geometry, a cylinder. We've learned lots of different shapes. We've learned lots of different shapes. Okay, so we've got about 8 minutes. We're all turn masters. In fact, I'm going to be generous. Even if you made a mistake, all of you, you are all turn masters today because you turned up for my lesson. You get the joke? You turned up. If you turn up for the lessons, you're always a turn master. That's really important. Okay, so I want to show you something. I'm going to bring back the board. So I want to show you before we do a Q&A. Here we go. I want to show you a clip from my Tedx talk. So for my Tedx talk, I'm going to show you a little clip now. Oh, I actually haven't got it up. So what I'll do is I'll bring you the, let's have a look. PowerPoint. Here we go. So my thoughts on Mr. Seagull are about this. So today it's all about being curious. But actually, if you watch my TEDx talk, and again, if you go to YouTube, Bobby Seagull TED Talk, I talk about how football stickers got me into maths. Because football stickers have lots of stats and data, like it says the number of goals a player scored, the number of matches he's played, the number of appearances she might have had, lots of information about the players, even the league tables. And because of that, I love football and I love looking at league tables. I got into maths. So what I would say is try to find your passions in the world. It might be collecting stickers. It might be cooking in the kitchen. It might be riding your bicycle. It might be drawing. But whatever your passion is, try and find some maths in that. Because there is maths everywhere in the world we look. On t-shirts, in shop sales, in objects like this, cuboids. So maths really is all around us. And if you look at my TEDx talk, you'll find more information there. So that's today's Thoughts, Mr. Seagull. It's quite a short one, but it's all about trying to find your passions, things that you're really interested in, and see, can I find numbers? Imagine you like reading books. Reading is all about reading at a certain speed. You might read, let's say, 10 pages an hour. So if you read for 3 hours, you read 30 pages. So you can find numbers everywhere. So that is Thoughts of Mr. Seagull for today. Find your passion. And if you go to YouTube and type in Bobby Seagull TED Talk, you'll find it there. So we've got a couple of questions from parents. So the questions are, so there's 2. Have you got any tips for memorizing maths facts? It's a good question. What I would say is, I put it up on different places in my room. So imagine it was learning all the shapes. I might draw a cylinder, I might draw a cuboid, and I put it on a piece of paper and I might stick it up on the wall. And some people, what they do is they're like revising or reviewing things. So for example, I might draw a cylinder, I might draw a cuboid, put it up on the wall, and then I'll cover it up. And I think different people have different ways. Actually, what I'd love you to do is share with us, again on Twitter, Instagram, even on my Facebook page, facebook.com/Bobby Seagull. Tell us, how do you learn things? Tell us, how do you learn things? Okay. The second question was, do I have a favorite maths fact? So here's my favorite one. It's a very good one. There's only one number that when you spell it out has the same number of letters as the number. There's only one number. For example, 1 has O-N-E, 3. Or 10 has T-E-N, 3 as well. Or 11 has E-L-E-V-E-N, 6. There's only one number in the whole of the English language that has the same number of letters as the number. Do you know what that is? Do you know what that is? Anybody know what that is? Anyone know what that is? You know what it is? It's not the number 1, not the number 2, not the number 3, the number 4. F-O-U-R. 4. Harriet got it. Well done, Harriet. And Ethan got it. 4. It's amazing. All the numbers we have in the world, millions and billions and trillions of numbers, only one number has the same number of letters. That's an awesome fact. And you know what? I didn't know that before this morning. I looked it up. And that's the one thing about learning. I might be someone, to be honest, I am knowledgeable, I'm smart, but I still have to keep learning. We can't keep stopping. We have to keep moving. There's so much to learn. And again, with Explore Learning, we're about being fearless. Fearless learners learn lots of new things. Okay, so before we wrap up, so again, our social media, you can see it there, hashtag Maths with Bobby, Explore Tutors, send us your pictures of learning the lessons at explorelearning_official. Please tag us in your pictures or your stories. And again, if you use Facebook, and I'll type it in there, please give me a like or a follow, because I tend to post lots of my maths projects and exciting things I get. So it's facebook.com/bobbyseagull. So give me a like, give me a follow. In fact, one of the things you'll see me posting about today is this. You'll be very excited. It's this. It's my new TV series, Monkman and Seagull's Genius Adventures. It might be a bit late for some of you, but you can always put an iPlayer. So we're about to, so obviously Explore Learning, we love maths and we're all about being fearless. So again, if you want to book a free trial, go to explorelearning.co.uk. And if you go to the club section, just below here, the club section, there are a lot of activities and worksheets you can have a go at. And again, we're Explore Learning_official, Explore Tutors on Twitter. And again, I'm Bobby Seagull _Seagull. I'm on Twitter. Give me a follow. I'm on Instagram. And I'm on TikTok around the clock. There we go. So let's do a few goodbyes. Thank you, Bo. Someone doesn't like Frozen. Oh no, we can't be friends if you don't like Frozen. So we're going to say a few goodbyes before we end up. So next week, we're going to be doing problem solving. I love problem solving. And Wednesday, we're back with Key Stage 2. If you said, I find this lesson comfortable, come back on Wednesday at 10 o'clock. Tell your friends. Tell your friends. So thank you to Ollie Ray. Thank you so much. So here we go. Here we go. Any more shout outs? Bo, Shivan, Gabriel, Alexander, Gisette, thank you so much. You've been brilliant today. You've all been participating really well. We've got Luke, we've got Sorin, and Francesca. Thank you all so much. Thank you all so much. Mia, Leon. Okay, so we know what it's time for. It's time for our song. Time for a song. We're going to finish off like we do at Explore all the time. Julia, man read. Here we go. So remember, 3, 2, 1, go. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Paige, we'll do that 2 more times. Let's do it, Rose. 3, 2, 1. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Thank you, Esme, Gwill, James, Yasmin. Let's do this one last time. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Yes, I can do maths. Thank you all. I'm Bobby Seagull. This is Explore Learning. You can catch me on BBC 2 at 9 o'clock tonight, driving around, exploring science, maths, and history, because you know you want to be there. You know you want to be a fearless learner. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you maybe on Wednesday. Otherwise, back next Monday.